huge episode here at Saints TV. There is content galore. It's a smorgasbord of your three favourites, plus a special star.
We're not getting Brucey out, are we?
No, we're not getting Brucey out. He might come out later. He might. No, I can't be doing that. I can't be making a fool of myself. We can't be making fools of ourselves.
Royalty.
Because there is Saints royalty walking through these doors very, very soon.
Huge royalty.
Huge royalty. The biggest royalty we've seen in these studios. It's big. It's big. Boys, I'm excited. I'm pumped. It's going to be a great episode. I can tell the vibe's here. We've done the hard work.
Yep, it's prepped.
It's prepped. So how are we feeling? Jakey?
Nervous. No, I'm super excited. This is awesome. It's been a few weeks in the making, hasn't it, boys? We've put in the hard yakka. The studio's got a little bit of a revamp. Extra seat there. It's good to see a bit of space and extra mic.
Got glasses of water.
It's like it's a business meeting.
Does our special guest get the big glass?
Yeah, I was going to
the silver service.
Absolutely. Marshy's got his new shoes on. Look at those numbers. He's got he's still got the tag on them.
Tags don't come off, baby.
But yeah, I'm raring to go. Let's just get stuck into it.
Let's do it. Marshy, how are you feeling?
Oh, yip, lads and listeners. I'm pumped. Yeah, really super excited. And for good reason, I think. Let's get into it.
Absolutely. Let's start cracking away. Business as usual, boys.
It's the BNF edition.
Yeah. It's the BNF edition.
Tomorrow night is the big night for the boys.
Best and fairest.
Yep.
Tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Coming in hot.
Crown Palladium.
Crown Palladium. Stepping up in the world.
It's a bit bougie.
It is a bit bougie.
First one since COVID, so it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll just conveniently, hit a couple of blackjack tables on the $2.50s just outside the Palladium while the boys are walking in and walking out, hitting with a few questions. Better, how do you do? But nah, we won't do that.
Like the card draft ad. Steely, what are you doing here?
All suited up.
Yeah, that's it.
The onesie suit.
Yes, that's it. Just a bit of light trade talk. I think that, more rumours are coming out, more players going to different clubs and whatnot. So it looks like Hopper and Taranto, who were after, are going to Richmond. They've both elected Richmond as the club that they'd like to go to.
We didn't want them anyways.
Yeah, it's exactly. They're poo-poo stinkies, so we don't want them. Yeah, they'll just go to Richmond and do hamstrings galore, so that's fine. And then in terms of younger players, Tanner Bruin announced today that he's seeking a trade to Geelong.
Really didn't want him either.
Yeah, same.
Tough one.
Oh, God. Can you tell how much pain we're in when we're saying these things?
We won't be in pain shortly, though, boys.
We won't be in pain shortly. It'll all be cured.
Yeah.
It'll all be cured. So, and then the other rumour is that Hunter Clark is potentially on the trade table as well, that we've seen over the past couple of days, and it's looking at North Melbourne, which is,
North are getting everybody.
They're getting everyone.
Yeah.
They're going out.
They're the new us.
They're out of control.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got Alistair Clarkson in, and, he's just throwing out hooks without bait, and people are biting. So, it's going to be an interesting off-season. In terms of people coming in and coming out. But
I kind of like that we're not really sort of leaking our business to the media.
Yeah, it's definitely not coming from the source, is it?
Nah, that's it. The only bit that has really come out was that we were ready for Jordan to go in after his final series thus far.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, he's not going anywhere, but you can see why we were interested. I think anyone who had kind of reservations about him as a player, geez Louise, he's
an outright
exceptional
superstar.
2 games he's played, absolutely.
I kept a close eye on him. I went to the game on Saturday night. I was lucky enough to get a ticket and kept a close eye on him.
You're the ticket master. You're getting tickets for the Wallabies and All Blacks?
I have a mate or two. Mate or two. Yeah, I've got a friend that works at Tic-Tac and I've got a friend that works at the AFL. So
there was someone that messaged me not too happy that you were wearing... were you rocking the colours of Freo?
I was wearing a flag mantle jumper.
Yeah.
And
nice.
it was a number. Like, you've got to understand, listeners, like, this was the 1990s.
Oh.
Like...
the Ridgy Ditch.
A Ridgy Ditch, hard yakka, old AFL symbol.
A Clive Waterhouse.
The Clive Waterhouse special.
Yeah, right. Where'd you get that from?
Well, my dad bought it in an auction 20 years ago for $5 or something, so just to train in.
That'd be worth a few bob.
And that's what I'm thinking. It's worth a few bob now. But, I was just going there to support the big Barramundi. You know, he's 377 games of football, 8th on the all-time list. Retired before he overtook Robert Harvey, and that good bloke,
Yeah.
great bloke. 90,000 people stuck around to watch him get chaired off and went absolutely berserk. You don't see that from Collingwood. That was
usually
really
feral before the game begins, like,
Yes.
a la booing Nick Riewoldt in the grand final speech at the parade. But we won't go there.
It's exactly right. We won't go there. But anyway, it was fantastic atmosphere. It was really cool. And he kicked his goal, and I went absolutely berserk. So I was there for two things. I was there for David Mundy, and I was there for Hayden Young's left boot, because that thing is spectacular.
Yeah.
And we want one of those on our side, please. But yeah, no, it was a good game of footy. De Goey was just a bull. He's an absolute bull. When he puts his head over the ball,
but you're there live.
I'm there live. Yeah,
Blake Acres. You're telling me you don't want him. You're not leaving a doormat open.
He had a very good game.
He's had two good finals.
He has had two good finals. He's playing for purpose now, and that's to be repurposed at a new club. You just want to make sure that he can take that form into the new club. Like, if he's coming to St Kilda, then please continue on with that form, because he had a
I want him
game.
so bad, especially after everyone else has said no. I want Blake Acres.
Yeah, you want him back.
All right, well, let's talk about the players that we do have.
Yeah, true.
Because we're talking about trades a fair bit, but there's still a lot to like from the year, isn't there, boys?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was going to say, signed on, it looks like Tom Campbell.
Yes, so I spoke to someone yesterday kindly on Twitter, and he had a chat with Tom Campbell in recent weeks, and Campbell basically told him, I'm around next year, I'll be signing a 1-year deal.
That's excellent.
If absolutely true, that's fantastic. He's deserved. That's the very least we could have done.
He smashed the BNF.
He smashed the BNF. Leo Connolly was second, by the way. Which is,
and leading disposal
which was really good to see. Yeah.
And I think Tommy Campbell, he did it from only playing 12 games at Sandy as well.
Yeah,
so
that's bonkers,
that says a fair bit about the dominance.
He was bog every game.
Yeah.
He played pretty much.
40 hit-outs, 20 touches, a goal every week.
Yeah. And then we saw Jack Bytel also lead the tackles for Sandringham.
No surprise.
No surprises there. But yeah, so the year that has been leading up to the BNF, there's just been some absolutely fantastic moments. And
because we're dressed up here on the couch, aren't we?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, Joyce has got the dark corduroys on, so he's dressed to impress.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the new Pumas as well. Got the new Pumas.
Nice.
Pumas.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, so we're all looking.
What that accent is. Beautiful.
That's darling beautiful. Yeah. So we're dressed up here. Why are we dressed up, Marshy?
Because we've got an awards night, and it's not the Trevor Barker medal tomorrow night.
Oh, it's much more prestigious.
much more prestigious. Yeah, we got what's our awards called? What's this awards night called?
Well, we've relabeled it the Saints TV Player of the Year Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we've also got the individual awards as well. So
Yes.
not just the best player, because obviously one player doesn't make a team.
Yeah.
Unless you're specific teams. But we've got the Marshy Award as well, the Emperor Award.
Yeah, the things that make me go.
Things that make you go, award.
Yeah.
And then you've got Joycey, who's, what's your
The
award?
most improved.
Yep. Any cool name with that, or just that?
What's that?
Any other name going into it? Or?
No, this is the problem. We had this issue last week. Nothing. There's no alliteration with Joycey. Joycey's
journeyman.
Journeyman. There we go.
Yeah,
Joycey's
that's
journeyman.
relevant.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then mine was just the Godfather Award.
The Godfather Award, which is, that's the nickname.
Yeah.
That's the
for
nickname.
Saints TV.
Yeah,
Not labelled by me. That was actually someone else.
It was Hayley Watson.
So this is still going, is it?
Bang.
All right, we're 5 minutes in. I'm already ready to check it.
absolutely.
Should we kick off with some awards?
Before we do, we had a fun outing yesterday.
Yes, we did. Of course.
The Don and I went down to RSEA to watch the Saints AFLW team play against Narm, and the first quarter that was tough going, but Melbourne or Narm, they were next level.
So they kicked 6 in the first quarter.
6 straight.
Yeah.
They couldn't miss, and they were kicking into the wind as well, if you don't mind. So they were just, well drilled. But for the next 3 quarters, it was on our terms. I said to Jakey, I go,
Yeah, that'll be the margin, you said.
Yeah.
For the rest of the day, and it was, and we actually bridged it back a little bit.
Yeah.
We did. Well, they didn't kick a goal for the rest of the game.
Yeah, 3 quarters we kept them goalless.
They
That's
kicked
amazing.
9 points for the rest of the game, I think.
And their points, that was, it wasn't like they've just missed sitters. We've
Nah.
just put them in positions where it was hard to kick a
We
goal.
rushed a few too because we were
Yeah.
behind a few. We were in the cheer squad, and there were
There
a
you
few really good ones on the line. We just took over,
Yeah,
which was nice.
And
so.
Sheila doing her thing.
Yeah,
if it's not Sheila, it's Greiser.
Or
And if it's not
Maddo.
Greiser, it's Sheila and Maddo and
White as well was tough as nails.
Yeah. There you go.
Luke Vesely. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one bit of play where I don't know if we can when they do the video edit of this, there was just this one play along the wing. I think it was in the last quarter. It was just like, if you could bottle that up, that was just, it was all along the Moorabbin wing where everyone's just like, when someone, the ball comes out from like a kick in, I think, and then like went out to Xenos, and when a player gets the ball and then they've got a bit of space and everyone just like, go,
Yeah.
The whole wing was up. The result's done. There's 4 minutes left, but everyone's invested. It was really good fun. But
Absolutely.
I had a bit of a boo-boo. I thought you were going to bring up the boo-boo.
Oh,
What happened here?
I had a
Security or
was this after Sheila's goal? Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
it could have been.
When I think it was our first goal of the game, and he goes for the chant.
Yeah.
Do you want to just tell us what the chant's meant to sound like?
It's meant to go, ooh, St Kilda, ooh, St Kilda, Car New Saints, all right? So,
And this is how it came out.
ooh, St Kilda, ooh,
He started choking.
So I literally choked, like a bit of the Forest Gald just went down the wrong hole, and it took us a while to recover from that.
Did.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Half time, he was fine after that.
Eyes watering and all.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
The full shebang.
The shebang.
Absolutely love it. Well, yeah, as it kind of replicates what happened with the fellas.
True, yeah.
That
came
St
out of the
Kilda
box.
Melbourne game. So, got to tell you,
Yeah,
that-
100%
Yeah,
actually.
what the girls are trying to achieve with their game plan and their footy is the next step. Or he's had another blue.
Oh, I've had another blue.
no,
He
he's-
spilt the vitamin B.
That's all right. We'll go for.
That's all right.
Yeah, we'll get
The
some napkins.
makeup. Can you?
Yeah. Do
Gives a dab.
you have any idea what kind of night this is, Marshy?
Oh, no.
You're making a mess of yourself like that.
Like, obviously,
in your nice jumper.
My nice
This is
jumper.
like-
I'll just iron that.
This is like
It's
when
got the cuddly
when
treatment
you're
as
going
well.
out. You're going out with like your missus or just a mate, and you see each other, and you're like, okay, so you'll change, and then we'll go, and then they're like, nah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
a bit underwhelming.
So, yeah, you're gonna change it. Nah.
This is how I'm going.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, as I was saying, with the AFLW and the St Kilda Saints, like, you just feel the vibe there of the ball movement that we're trying to achieve match to match is only going to get better throughout the year in the more conditions that we play in. And we'll stick to it. We're a motivated bunch.
Yeah.
Like, we absolutely love hitting the park every week. So I'm feeling big things from the girls this year.
100%.
Big things.
Gold Coast are in big trouble this weekend.
Oh,
I
big
reckon.
trouble.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're on the back of a shellacking, aren't they?
That was a big one.
That was a big shellacking, yeah.
Oh.
Brisbane at 400% now or something ridiculous. We're still in the top 8, which is good. So 2 and 3 to start the year is just tip-top where you want to be.
Who wants to kick off?
Who wants to kick off?
He's got the best names, I reckon.
You want to go? You want to go my awards?
Yeah.
The things that make me go. The things
Yeah,
that made me go.
well, I was going to say, I can get my one out of the way because it's just one player.
True.
It is just one player.
Okey-doke,
And,
yeah.
This player has showed glimpses and glimpses and glimpses and has been plagued by injury this year. But it was towards the back half of last year. He had some things that make you go, He really did. And then,
Crossover.
and then brought it into
Yeah,
this
good
year.
segue.
Yeah. And then, funnily enough, when he went down, the team went down. So I think he's a bit of a spiritual leader at the club, Daniel McKenzie.
Good call.
So, most improved player this year, Daniel
Yeah,
McKenzie.
100%.
Congrats, mate.
Yeah, well done. Woo.
Medals in the mail.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or with your housemate.
That's it. Yeah, that's very.
I don't
good.
think we can argue. We're not going to argue about
Definitely
these,
not.
but obviously that's clear cut. And I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow night he gets something.
Yeah,
Something
absolutely.
similar, to be honest.
The most
true.
determined. Do we
Absolutely.
do most determined?
I think that was kind of. I think do we most determined, most improved,
Most
best young?
courageous.
Most courageous.
Because
Yeah,
most
something like that.
determined.
That's
That was
the Lenny
the-
Hayes
Or the
Award.
Sainter of the Year, Dare Sainter of the Year. Oh, that'll
Yeah.
be usually.
Yeah, whoever wins the BNF.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
Lenny Hayes Award, isn't it?
Do you reckon Lenny
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
presenting the Lenny Hayes
Oh, he's
Award?
got it.
Of course.
He'll be there.
Has to.
Absolutely.
speech,
If not,
Lenny.
he's Skyping in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the most determined in like 2015 and 16, I think it was.
Don't rub it in.
Actually, no, definitely not that. When under 15s and 16s, that's what I meant to say. So, Ormond, most determined. Matty
you go.
Marsh, that was my award.
Look at that. Trophy cabinet.
Show us your flex. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Under nine's best and fairest. Oh,
Never.
Seen that before, haven't we?
Alrighty, so these are the things that made me go personally this year. So I've got a few different scenarios. Some are just bits of play. Some are you'll see what they are. So I'm kicking it off with Jack Hayes. His 3 goals on debut.
yeah.
Good
There was
start.
a lot of hype, and the man delivered.
Oh, big time.
And you can't help but wonder what our season would have looked like had he didn't go down with a knee injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasai's pass to the King
Yeah.
against the Roos.
Pass of the year, that is. That deserves its own award.
Windhager's Globetrotter pickup against Geelong, I think it was.
I think, I
I
just
think
the game in general.
just the game in general, but there was just that play where we haven't seen any, basketball move pickups.
Yeah.
So sort of signalled his intentions early. King's super goal against Carlton. So, the one where he pretty much got the ball and then he dummy.
The left foot.
And left foot. Yeah, that made me go,
What do you call
Yeah.
scrumptious, that one?
Benny Long's berserk 5 minutes against Sydney where he just took 2 speckies and was, just doing everything.
A genius name, because I'm responding going, and I'm like, I'm not even doing it because of the name of the award.
All right, well, we've got 4
Genius.
more, so if you could both give it a bit more oomph next time.
Done.
Paddy's match-winning performance against Geelong. I've got Marshall getting back on the field at the end of the Giants game and helped us get over the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's good. Sinclair's goal against Freo. Channeling that Robert Harvey. Lenny Hayes it was, actually. Was it a Lenny Hayes goal?
The double ball.
Yeah, the double balk. And then I'm just going to finish up, and this probably ties into the Journeyman Award as well, but an honourable mention, if you don't mind. Mason Woods' renaissance as a player.
Yes. Yeah. Underrated.
So for me, because this is my award, the thing that made me go the most, and it's probably a little bit biased because it happened right in front of me. Right in front of me.
Robbed. Right in front of me.
Nasai's pass to the King.
Yeah.
That was just unreal. Bang.
Yeah.
An arrow, a bullet, whatever you want. It was sensational. So that was the thing that made me go the most this
Can
year.
we just get a communal for that?
Like that. Good vibes.
Yeah, a
that
bit
one.
of ASMR for the potty.
Yeah.
So that's my award.
Great.
Beautiful. Well done. And well done to all the recipients, of course. Yeah,
that's it.
absolutely.
Yep.
Here.
I've got some interesting stats here for you boys
Oh,
to continue on from this. So as you
There's the
both
start,
know, I do the play ratings after every game. After every game. And a sailor that actually bumped into me yesterday, so I had a good chat with him and his missus. Beautiful people. He took the time to go through every player ratings video and create stats and trends and graph it up for me.
So you got some champion data.
So I've got some champion data here. I wish we could relabel
From
that.
a champion, not
From
from
a champ.
champion data.
So in terms of Saints TV most consistent, average score minimum 10 games.
Yeah?
Most consistent player. Who do you think
Was the most consistent? It'll either
in
be...
terms of player rating?
Oh, player rating.
So the rating I
was
gave
gonna say-
them.
I reckon,
Oh, that you gave them.
I reckon the Wilkie Bar kid.
He didn't feature in the top 3.
Oh.
Top 4, sorry. There
Is
is
it-
2 players equal. Top.
Equal. Okay, is it Josh Battle?
No.
No. Well, Jack Sinclair?
1. Yep.
And second, Crouch.
No, he was third.
Third,
This actually surprised
Memory?
me. Steele.
Steele.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Average
yeah.
of 7.9.
Oh, I was going to say we're doing averages because he missed games, but yeah.
This is a good one. Player with the most perfect 10 out of 10 rated games.
Oh,
He did it 3 times this
Sinks?
season.
Oh, Kingy.
No.
Was it Bradley?
No.
Was it Brad?
No.
Marshall.
No.
Ryder.
No.
Oh, jeez.
3 games.
Sebastian?
Perfect 10s. No.
Mason Wood.
D-Mac.
No, neither.
Crikey. Who else is on our list?
Crouchy.
I think you're forgetting about this bloke's early season form.
Seb Ross.
It's funny. It's funny after the first 10 weeks, the trajectory you forget. Jack
Higo.
Higgins.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He was all Australian after about 8 weeks.
Oh, he was
on
dynamite
fire.
before his injury.
Yeah.
3 10 out of 10 games he got from me.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Best game of the year. Highest team average.
Oh, best. Oh, Hawthorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
That's one. We'll go the top 3 here.
Geelong.
Geelong's 2, and then third.
Richmond?
No.
No, I was going to say, when do we play like a 4-quarter sort of?
Freo?
It's funny. The first 2 are in the first 10 weeks, and then the last one's towards the end.
This game. Did we win this game?
Yeah.
Who was our last win?
Oh, Carlton.
Carlton.
It was Carlton.
Yeah,
round
yeah.
16.
There you go. Yeah, that was a 4-quarter effort.
That was
good.
great. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
I could go through the Saints TV best and fairest, highest total score. I guess we could.
But we'll wait.
We could wait, or we could go through 3-2.
Okay. 3-2, yeah.
So who's third in terms of the highest overall score on the player ratings for Saints TV in 2022? Who's 3?
Wilkie?
Yes.
yeah.
155.
Okay.
Second.
Number 2.
Crouch.
Crouchy? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
156.5. Back
Yeah.
when I did 0.5s.
Oh, 0.5s, yeah.
And number 1.
Drum roll.
Tune in after the ad break.
Oh, he goes bang.
Steal to Sinclair. Steps inside. Might pull the trigger. The kick now goes long. Over the top of Kent. Great goal, Saints.
Saints fans, absolute super duper exclusive here. Massive tings. Massive tings happen at the studio and Saints TV. Got our first
You've never said tings before.
tings.
Yeah.
Big tings.
You're showing
Big ting-
off there a new guest, Joycey.
Yeah, stop it. You make me blush. Boys, we're sitting here with Jack Sinclair. Welcome.
Welcome,
Thanks for
mate.
having me.
Welcome aboard.
Very professional setup here. It's impressive.
Oh, thank you very much. None of it's mine. But yeah, no, it's great to have you here, mate. First guest on the show in terms of current AFL players. We've had a few former players on, players I'm sure you would have looked up to as a kid, being a Sainter. But yeah, welcome. It's good to have you on Saints TV, and we're not going to grill you, so just relax. It's okay. It's okay.
You'll be right.
Take your time.
Yep.
Take
I
your
don't
time.
think
It's gonna be good.
Sinclair's the one who needs to relax, boys. So have a look over there.
Yeah, shaking legs and sweating. It's getting a bit hot in here. It's getting a bit hot
It
in
was
here.
the heater,
boys.
though, to be
Yeah.
fair. We did turn that off.
That's
That's all
exactly
good.
right.
No,
First
whatever
of
you've
all,
got, I can handle it. So
okay,
throw it at
good
me.
stuff. Oh, there we are. There we are. Rock and roll. So, how's the day been? Cruisy day?
Yeah, pretty cruisy. Had a fitting for the Brownlow, so tried my suit on. Yeah, a few little adjustments needed. But,
Love it.
Yeah. It's
How many have you
exciting.
been to?
Well, just last year, but it was online. So
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Same with
of
the
course.
BNF. It's been
Doesn't really
online
count. Yeah.
for a fair bit too, hasn't it?
last a couple of years. So,
Yeah. So,
looking forward to
First
Sunday.
time actually getting in there, getting amongst the chaos.
Yeah, that's right.
absolutely.
Surely you just rock the All-Australian blazer.
No, well, I don't actually have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the ones you get on the night, you just give straight back after
What?
all the photos and stuff. And I think eventually you might get fitted or something. Like I seen Steely's, he had his in his locker maybe halfway through the season or something.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Halfway through
Just
the
flexing in front of the board.
Yeah, yeah.
in the locker.
I was going to say, is that a normal thing? Like, do they just leave him in the locker, or?
No, well, I think he probably had to give his back to get the pocket redone because they put a number of years on how many times he made it. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's really interesting. I didn't know you
had to
didn't
get my hands
actually.
on it.
Yeah, I didn't know you actually didn't get the blazer. You have to give it back.
So did
It's
they
kinda like
suit
a
you up
colour.
for it before you went in?
Nah.
No?
So
Heard
it could be
nothing.
just too big.
Yeah, well, like it had my name on it. I assume they have just a whole bunch of sizes. But they had like the pockets were alright. Like Max Gorn had like the 6 different
Oh,
years
yeah.
in his
It's-
pocket.
Yeah,
It didn't have all that
Pockets
stuff right,
too.
but it fit pretty well. But yeah, obviously, you just give it straight back after
Yeah.
the photos.
There you go.
good. Yeah. So what's it like getting into sort of like you've come into some amazing form over this year, leading up to it last year as well. We saw some amazing patches of football, and now you're up there with the likes of players. You're saying Max Gorn, and he's got 6 patches going on. Steely's in there. He was the only one in locker room with an All-Australian blazer in his locker. But now you're amongst that. You know, every time that your name gets called out now on a football field by the commentators, it's Jack Sinclair, All-Australian. Does that... How does that feel? How does that sit with you?
Yeah, I don't know. It feels pretty weird. I never thought I'd probably be playing at the level that I have been the last little while. So just trying to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, might never play this well again. So, week to week, just trying to enjoy it. And, obviously it'd be nice to, still be playing finals, have a few more wins. But, it's good to see some growth after a number of years sort of playing all over the ground and not really nailing a spot. To be, picked every week now, it's been good. And, hopefully a bit more room to improve, in the future.
Definitely. Yeah, and you were saying that, you were playing all over the ground essentially for the first 5 years of football that you had in the club. What really made you take on that halfback position? Would you say it's someone that's come into the club, or you say you've taken it upon yourself just to go, look, I'm going to focus on this position and go with it? Or did someone really give you the tap on the shoulder and go, hey, give this a crack? Well, what was the catalyst behind it?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, when I first went there, it was pretty late in the pre-season.
Yeah.
2021, and I never played there, so I wasn't very confident. And I was sort of trying to figure it all out. And there were guys who'd played there a fair bit ahead of me. Like the back line in 2020 was unreal. Like it barely changed. Koff, Hunts back there, and Longy, they all had great years. So I think I played one game there in the hub against Essendon, and shortened quarters, but I barely touched it. And I was like, I don't know how to play this role at all.
Yeah.
But probably a bit of what I spoke about. I thought, well, if I can nail this role, I could be playing it for a number of years. And I always felt that if I could just get the footy a bit more, that I'd be a far better player. And being up around Stockbridge anyway, playing as the highest halfback, similar to I played a fair bit of wing and even inside mid. So I felt like if I could get the defensive side of my game right, I'd be a pretty good player there. So that was always a challenge. I was put there for probably more offensive stuff. I never played defence in my life, so there for a bit of ball use and run and carry and stuff. So I feel like that was probably going to come. It's more just the defensive side of the game I really had to focus on. I probably never had any doubt that if I could just get the footy a bit more, I'd have far bigger impact. Rats was really good with that. Gave me a lot of confidence in even Aaron Hamill last year, and then Corey coming in this year. Just telling me to back myself and play my game. Defend when I have to, which probably a bit less than the other guys have to defend down there. But
you've got the license now. Yeah,
of course, a little bit. Still held very accountable when I don't do it. But it's been a good move for me, and I think it's helped the team.
What's Corey Enright been like? His first year now as defensive coach. How's he been? Yeah,
he's been great. Giving us all heaps of confidence. I think we're probably more the first half of the year the way we supported each other in the air. And guys just winning their contests. He's such a smart. You could tell as soon as he come in how he's obviously a star player, and we all would have watched a fair bit of him growing up. But he's just so smart the way he sees the game. He probably wasn't the best athlete as a player, but he was just a star, and you could see that as soon as he walked in the door. And he's been really good for us defenders down there. I think, a whole bunch of guys have improved and gained a lot more confidence from him.
Yeah.
Do you expect to see a bit of argy-bargy with Lenny coming back to the club and Corey Enright? Obviously, they had some serious duels, 09. We don't need to talk about that. But, do you reckon there's going to be a bit of argy-bargy?
I don't think so. Boris is a very humble man and very relaxed.
Does he ever flex about 09?
No, he's never said it. He's never said a word.
It's probably in his contract.
He's achieved far more than all of us probably combined. But you wouldn't know. He's just so humble and he's very relaxed. So I can't imagine they'd be blueing too much. Those two. I haven't met Lenny, but
who would you back in?
It's hard to go past Lenny.
Yeah, you got to go Lenny.
That's exactly Lenny. What he'd like
in
to do
anything.
as well. Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking of former players, Lenny Hayes, you barracked for the club growing up. And that's something that we all share in this room, and I think that's really, really special that, you get to play for the club that you supported as a kid. I'm right in saying this, aren't I? There's not... No?
Nah.
It's not
really?
right.
It's a misconception.
Right. It's a misconception. And actually, I've spoken about this a few times.
Photo. Well, it hasn't made it to Wikipedia, so I'll need to go
I said this. I did a podcast a little while ago with Ben Robbins and Ruffy, and we spoke about this.
There you go.
But yeah, basically, like my grandfather played for the Saints in the 1950s, 14 games over a couple of years, so he wasn't much chop. But yeah, because of him, I always wanted to play for the Saints, and my mum's gone for the Saints, and one of my sisters. So when I was young, there's a few photos of me, early days, in a Saints Guernsey.
Yeah.
But when I was old enough, I chose to go for Carlton because my old man did. So yeah, I said the Saints.
Oh, really? So you went for
probably-
you went for the Blues?
I went for the Blues.
Oh, Jay.
But I haven't been helped by certain media outlets.
Yeah.
Even the AFL media team, the club media team. I actually went to them earlier this year, and I said, we've got to say something about this. 'Cause,
Distance yourself.
Non-Sainer Sinclair.
yeah. They're like, oh, lifelong Saint. I'm like, well, lifelong in the fact that I always wanted to play for the Saints because my grandfather did.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was old enough, I went for Carlton. But yeah, probably haven't been helped by the
Yeah,
media teams over the years saying that, and
yeah.
I've kind of just gone along with it at times.
Tomorrow night, someone will post. It won't be me though.
So
Yeah,
so that's
but yeah, come out. We said this earlier in the year, maybe a couple of months ago. I did a podcast with Ruffy and Benny Robbins, and yeah, this was the first thing we spoke about because I think it was just getting out of hand. And
So who was your hero growing up?
well, I love Robert Harvey.
Yeah.
Early days, yeah, he was a star. I used to love watching him. Like I'd say the Saints, my second team. Like I was, they were playing finals a bit. Carlton weren't, so
Yeah.
went for them during the finals, and love watching halves. Then Carlton, I love Cooter when I was
Yeah,
Cooter.
good stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like he was probably injured a fair bit. I might have missed his prime in terms of like being able to understand footy.
Yeah.
And then probably Chris Judd later on in the piece, who unfortunately I didn't play against him. I think he finished halfway through my first year. He didn't play the game. We played them in New Zealand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I remember Adam Kingsley coming to me maybe later in the year and said, "Oh, if Juddy played, like you would have tagged him."
oh, imagine that.
Oh.
I was like, so yeah,
Oh.
not a regret, I guess you could say, but
Yeah.
would have loved to. Well, I don't know if I would have loved to tag him, but
Yeah, that would have been
cool to play against him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're the kind of moments you think, wow.
I tagged
Yeah.
Chris Judd in New Zealand. Who else has done that?
Yeah.
Windy's had those opportunities, hasn't he? Like this
Yeah.
year, he's had Lockie Neal, Tim Kelly as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's done a
had
great
that.
job, and
Yeah.
guys like Mitch as well have come in and had a really good impact. And pretty exciting, for the supporters, and just giving the older boys a lift. Like I think that's ultimately where like most of the improvement comes from is the young guys, and we probably can't expect like Sebi to get much better. He's done so much for the club. Guys like him, Skunk, we know they're consistently good players, but sort of that most improvement's going to come from the younger guys, and I think there's a pretty good group there now.
Yeah. And who would you say, I think coming to the club, like you came into the club in an era where there were a few players, that were shoe-in players for the St Kilda football team during those excellent years of form in 2009, 2010 and whatnot, and they're on the out. So you're coming into a brand new dynamic of a football club. Is there anyone there that really kind of took you under their wing, or was it more set by example at that stage? Because it was down at the Seaford days, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was. I had 3 years down there.
Yeah.
A bit of a mix. Like I played mid and forward, but Joey was pretty good to me early days. Like Loans kind of had the Schneids connection, but 'cause I was probably a bit mid as well. Like, I'd probably say a bit more Joey. He was really good to me, and then sort of the next years I was playing on the wing, so Newsy was really good to me. We were playing on the wings mostly together. He looked after me well, taught me a bit. Like I feel like when he was up and going, he was a seriously good player. So probably those two, but it probably wasn't like a standout, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. It's always nice hearing about sort of the internal sort of going-ons at the club, because we see it on the field a lot. We see it on the cameras, we see it at the game, the blokes that are chirpy, the blokes that aren't, all that sort of stuff. But behind closed doors, it's a completely different dynamic, it seems. Like there's players that really get that white line fever about them and, really hit the ground running. And I think Steely's come out and he said that about his leadership, that he's really like that sort of on-field leader, likes that presence about him. You're coming to that age now where you'll have a lot of kids coming through and looking up to you as a player. How do you kind of set, I guess, pave the way for those guys to come in and really encourage them and get going. Do you think you're more vocal or you're more set by example?
Yeah, probably a bit more set by example. Yeah, I think that's probably the next step in my leadership is to develop that side of the game, which I think it has. But yeah, there's so many young guys coming in, and as I said before, like they're the biggest improvers. So you want to get them to their best as soon as you can. And you know, I think if they replace me in the team, well so be it. We'll be a far better team. But at the same time, probably have confidence in myself that, you know, hold my spot or whatever. But
I think you're in pole position at the moment to hold your spot. So
yeah, but that's sort of the reality. Like,
yeah,
you want to get to maybe 30 and they're thinking, well, should we move this guy on? There's plenty of young players who we know can step up. And, yeah, I think that's probably the next step for me is to help those guys. Yeah, I'll probably try to lead more by example. But, yeah, I think it's a good story. Like, hasn't happened for me straight away. I've been dropped plenty of times, and when Rats first come in, he didn't play me. So I've kind of, I think it's been a good progression and a good story for guys to look at. And I guess we're there to help them if they get dropped. They can, I've chatted to a few guys about sort of how to go about it. And other things that they need to address. Like I got hit up a fair bit early days about some contest work. Like, I was a bit soft. I'm not going to shy away from that. But yeah, I think I've made really good steps in terms of that side of the game. So yeah, I feel like I've got a lot of information I could share with guys, but they've also got to, want it, and at the right time I can share it. But it's funny how that sort of progression. Like, now I'm one of the older boys, and guys probably look up to me, which is still weird.
Yeah,
I feel like I've been playing for a while, but I still feel like I haven't been playing for that long.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good thing. That means you've got plenty left in your tank. So we're all glad to hear that. Absolutely. I was going to say we've organised. We were just going through some awards that we wanted to hand out at Saints TV, and we went through, the sort of
what was your award?
Segment. It was fantastic.
It was the things that make you go during the season, like some special plays.
Like good or
yeah,
no,
good.
Yeah, no hate, no hate. It's just like the Triple M kind of style. But you got a nomination actually with your smooth goal against Freo. How many times did you watch that back on replay?
Yeah, I'm curious about this.
I watched it a little bit actually. I feel like the club have posted it a fair bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. Like, I feel like, I watched it back and I thought that it was so different to how I remembered it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I had the ball for so long, and I think we were like butchering the ball. I think we were over handballing that game. So I just remember being fed up because it was just handball. We were going backwards, and the crowd were onto us. Like, you could hear when we got the ball, everyone's like kick.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I got the ball and everyone's just saying kick. And I feel like, I'm on my left. Should I snap it? Like, it's a bit far, drop punt. And then I'm like, I got closed down, back on my right, kick. I'm like, I want over, then there's another guy here, so I step around him. And it's funny. Like, I felt like I had the ball for so long, and then reality was it was pretty quick.
Oh mate, you made time stop.
Yeah, it was
good.
Hunter Clark style, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that's really interesting. So can you in terms of the crowd, can you sort of hear what's coming from the stands in that kind of way?
A little bit. Like, you get a sense for it, but more just we play the game too. We know.
Yeah. If
we're over handballing, and we were that game, and I think we tried to address it, but probably didn't quite do it as quickly as we should have. But you get a sense of what you need to do, and obviously the crowd does as well. And
I was going to say, this is a loaded question. This is an absolute loaded question.
This
is falling into the category of what Marshy does every Saints
bit
game.
of IL-29.
Definitely not. I
want to know.
Okay. These guys are jabbing us a bit towards, you may or may not know, but we've got a bit of a crew, the IL-29, and every player gets a saintly hymn. Have you heard your one?
He's got it.
Yeah.
I think I've tagged it in enough times. Yeah.
Give us some 360-degree feedback. Thoughts. What the boys reckon?
It's good. You've done well. I think, I was probably a forward back in those days, so I don't kick many now. You're probably not
Got to update it.
But, jeez, that Freo game, we went off.
Yeah.
We went off.
I was going to say, if you were hearing the crowd go, kick, you were hearing the chant.
Oh, jeez.
No, the whole stadium erupted.
And Where was I going with my question before, boys?
The things that make you go,
Your reward.
Yeah, things that make me go,
reward.
yeah. The winner was Nas's kick to Kingy against the Root. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh, it was juicy.
It's another one where, I just remember the crowd going like, ooh. Or something like that. You know, like,
it was a
rare
sizzler.
moments where, the crowd knows straight away, like, that it's a good kick, and they were just like, ooh,
Yeah.
this guy.
He's got something, this guy.
We were on the other side of
love
the
it.
ground. We were on the other side, but it just sounded like it was right in front of us. Like you just hit the leather.
29, it was like literally 20
Yeah.
metres in front of us. It was so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pass of the year.
Yeah. Then I handed out my award to D-Mac, actually. It was the most improved. Now, I was going to say yourself, you were the front runner for the award, but it looks like you're going to win every award under the sun. So I thought, you know what, who's come into good form this year, especially off the back of 2021 and led into it. And I thought D-Mac was absolutely fantastic. So he was my number one vote for the most improved. And I'm sure he'd be glad to hear that. And
absolutely.
I was going to say, how's everything going with D-Mac? How's his recovery going?
Yeah, it's gone okay. A few setbacks. The calf kept tightening up, which is pretty frustrating. Kind of similar thing last year. Yeah, it's hard to sort of say what it is. But he got knocked out, missed a week, and then it's a similar thing last year. Like he got suspended, missed a week, tried to come back, and he's done his calf. So a bit weird. Like he's obviously likes continuity, and a couple of times the last couple of years he's not got that, and it's affected the calf, and he just kept doing it. Be back main training, looking really good, and then 5 minutes later he's off the track, and it's a real shame. Like we missed him.
Oh, big time.
Missed him big time when he was injured. So hopefully he can put together a really good full year, and I reckon tomorrow at the Best and Fairest he might be right up there at the halfway mark.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. He was probably one of the most informed Saners at that point.
Yeah,
and his first half, I think, against the Lions was pretty decent as well, from memory.
Yeah, and like he's not going to get heaps of the ball, but the way he sort of gets back and supports and allows us defenders to, get across and help and things like that. It's just, the regular fan probably doesn't see it, but we rate him so highly within the club.
Well, it's funny to say that because I was going to say externally, he's become the cult figure of D-Mac. Like everyone loves D-Mac, and for those things that you just said, that he just brings a hard, uncompromising attitude to the footy. I guess is that sort of when he went down, it felt like that coincided with our season sort of going to crap a bit. But like internally, how highly is he rated? And I guess his absence, how did that sort of, ripple amongst the players?
Yeah, he's right up there, and as you said, like his toughness, the way he runs, it's just it's like the best probably that we've got, like him and Gears and Steely. Just the way they sort of crack into the contest, like it really is inspiring. And the way, like I think at games he sort of got back, took a mark in front of Chol, but even that one he got knocked out. Like that just gives us defenders so much confidence to like leave a man and try to help someone else. And I feel like the second half of the year we probably just missed that a bit. Like we weren't probably as trusting with each other, and we became pretty inconsistent. So we rate him really highly, and we definitely missed him when he went down, but gave Naz a bit more opportunity, which was good. And Mason, I thought Mason finished the year so well.
He was unreal,
up on the wing. So
he was in my nominees actually. His renaissance, his breakout year as a bit of an older player, but he was unreal this year in that back half.
Yeah, he did well, but we still definitely missed D-Mac. He's become a really important part of the team, and I think the fans just really appreciate him for the way he cracks in. Yeah, he works so hard, and he might not be the sexiest bloke when he gets the ball. With his skills, probably let him down a bit in the past, but he's become a player who's he's become far better with the footy in his hands, and that was something when Rats first come in, he didn't play D-Mac. His probably kicking wasn't great, but he's become so reliable on both sides of the ball, and
he's so composed, D-Mac. I reckon, like when he gets
very
the ball,
reflective of his personality. Very, very relaxed,
very chill.
I think, we're probably similar in that regard, and I don't know if it really translates into footy. Maybe it does a little bit, but like he's not fazed when things aren't going his way. Like he's just going to keep cracking in. He might not be getting the footy, but he's going to be disciplined, running his patterns, and getting to the right spots at stoppage and things like that. So that's why it's become really reliable.
That's it. And I was thinking about the Giants game, and this made the media, but when they were really hot on the dissent rule, and D-Mac, he got pinged for the most polite please explain. Was that sort of spoken about internally at the time?
Not really.
No?
He definitely got fined because it was a 50, so had to pay up for that.
What's the fine?
Like a dartboard throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it builds up, compounds. You might, if you miss doing your wellness or whatever, you might get a dartboard throw or 50, and then that might compound times 2, times 3, times 4. And if you get a bullseye there, you get off.
Yeah.
If you get a bullseye, you get off. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you got any dartboard
I actually
throws?
didn't have any this year.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Discipline, well behaved. Did my monitoring, did my wellness.
Who's the cheekiest?
At the club.
Yeah, who had the most throws?
Oh. Some of the first years weren't great. Not cheeky, just forgetful.
Yep.
Yeah. Steely actually as well because he lost the toss almost every game.
That did get some chat actually, didn't it?
No, I don't think I've ever seen him win a toss. Like, I was going to say, lucky there's no wind at Marvel.
It was like a running joke. It was like he come back in with a smirk. Like, that's a dartboard throw. Like, righto.
We're with the wind this quarter, boys. At Marvel.
Again?
Yeah, at Marvel. Yeah. With that wind tunnel drift.
D-Mac was pretty filthy about that one. And I think, everyone who saw it knew it was just outrageous.
I just remember the reaction on his face, just like,
yeah.
What can I do here? What can I do here?
Big part of the game as well. Put them up by a few goals. That was filthy. But, it's funny now. You watch the footy and they've completely forgotten about that rule. So
absolutely, that happens a bit, I guess. But anyway, we digress because this isn't about D-Mac.
Nah.
We've spoke plenty about D-Mac during the year.
D-Mac.
This is about Jack Sinclair, and we have organised an award for you.
Yeah, that's where we're getting to.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little circle about that.
That's exactly right. So we have organised a bit of an award for you, and you are the number 1 rated Saints TV player.
There you go, mate.
So there we are, the
There
Saints
we go.
TV BNF. Congratulations, well done. I'm sure that'll be at the top of the trophy mantle.
Straight to the pool room.
Yeah, so we wanted to get in there beforehand and just make sure you got, a little bit of silverware here before you get some tomorrow night. Anyway, so congratulations. Your form has been noticed amongst the Saints TV fans and by us as well. So, we're all big fans of your football and we hope you continue on with that next year. We're going to go cracking now into a bit of fan mail, a very special
unique
and tasty episode
It is.
of Jake's Junk Mail.
Jack's junk mail.
Jack's junk mail.
Jack's Junk Mail. It's coming up.
Jake is junk mail. Jake is junk mail. Jake is junk mail. Jake is junk mail.
It's happening. Jack's Junk Mail. Let's get cracking.
Straight into it.
Straight into it. We're feeling smooth. We're feeling light.
Yeah, very smooth.
This one's from Tawunda. Tell us about a significant moment in your life that contributed to you getting where you are today.
There's been plenty. It's funny, coming back to Oakley and thinking about my junior footy a bit. Yeah, year 11 at school footy, I got dropped halfway through the year, and at the end of the year, I love soccer, as you know, and I never played it before, so I thought about maybe giving that a go. Thought I wasn't great at footy and might not get me anywhere. Playing cricket, I said no to Oakley, and then my dad was like, "Yep, just do whatever makes you happy." Everyone else I knew was like, "Nah, you're an idiot. Keep playing footy." Even if it didn't, at that stage probably wasn't going to get me anywhere, but I was still half decent. So they told me to stick with it, and the moment Barry Price, who was a legend of Collingwood, I think he won a Brownlow maybe in like the 50s or something. He was like our coach from year 7. So we all sort of idolised him at the school, and he called me into his office, and he was retiring, but he said, "When I come back here next year, like I want to see you playing footy." And I was just like rattled. I'm like, "Okay, I'm playing footy." It turned out a couple of years later, I found out that my mum had teed that meeting. So
Really?
yeah,
Brilliant.
Told him what to say in the earpiece.
kept me playing pretty much. So,
That's so sly.
that was a moment where I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
Well, it
So I
just
stuck with
proves
footy.
mum's know best.
Well, I could be earning outrageous money in the UK somewhere, but nah.
Yeah, but they don't have green blazers. All right, they don't have green blazers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Speaking-
yeah, it's definitely a moment I look back on and think it was potentially a bit of a turning point if that didn't happen.
Yep. Speaking of the UK, this is my own junk mail, but obviously you're a Liverpool fan, and I'm an Arsenal fan. During the season and whatnot, do you get up early and watch the games live, or like depending on like your routines and stuff, do you have to force yourself to watch a replay on Optus Sport or something?
Yeah, it's hard in the season. This is a great time of year, like off season. Don't really have to be up too early, so I can watch a lot of the games live. But yeah, probably mostly I'll just watch them when I wake up. No spoiler mode and watch them from the start. Don't check my phone. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's good to watch them live. Like I probably started getting into it maybe like year 10 or 11. 10 or 11 years ago now. Used to watch all the games live, and at the time Liverpool were pretty average, probably finishing outside of the top 4 like pretty comfortably. But yeah, as they sort of got better, it's all part of it. And like I'm sure you guys, if we ever do something special, that's what makes it so good, is that you've sort of been there through the tough times. Like I haven't been following Liverpool for a super long time, but they were certainly pretty average there for a number of years. So now when there's a bit of success, like it's all worth it. But then get up the other morning and you're down 3-0 at half time to Napoli. So
I wasn't going to bring that up. Yeah.
There's a few issues there. But we appreciate that we've had some success. But if we finish top 4 now, I think that's probably a good result.
Last question: are Arsenal a threat or not?
Yeah, I think so. They've been pretty impressive. They've got a lot of really good young players. So I think it'll be exciting. Obviously, City will be hard to beat, I think. But they're definitely looking like the challengers. Liverpool being pretty average. Chelsea, Man United have
Tottenham,
sort of been okay.
The
Tottenham.
Toffees, we're on the
I was going to say, it's a bit of a rivalry over here. The Merseyside derby's right here.
Yeah, that's it. It got postponed, unfortunately, because of the Queen's passing. But that's next up, isn't it?
The derby.
Didn't that just happen, mate?
I really
We were
did.
talking about it. we were literally texting during it.
No, your derby. We're derbying. I don't really like
Yeah, no,
soccer.
not Merseyside. Merseyside.
I've just got a kid,
Yeah,
so
it's
I've
last
got to
Saturday.
stay up late.
Last Saturday.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
That was a good game, actually.
Yeah. All right, this one's from Jordan. Question for Sinks: do you follow the Jack Sinclair Calves Appreciation page on Facebook?
I don't.
Do you know it exists?
I do know it exists. A lot of people actually ask me about it, which is funny. But I met the guy out one night. He sort of came up to me. He's like, "Oh, do you know this Facebook page?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So he's
like,
the admin.
He's like, "Yeah, I run it." I'm like,
The admin.
It's a
of-
bit creepy, but
Yeah.
good on you.
Did you give him like an exclusive on the dance floor?
No,
or-
we just got a photo, and I feel like it was midwinter, so I had them covered up.
Do you have
I
names for
didn't
them?
know if I would, should have been creeped out or like whatever, but that's I think like, my family all follow it and they get a laugh out of it, so that's good.
Oh, it's cold.
This one's from Aaron. Who are the leaders within the club that Saints fans may not know about?
That's a good question. Obviously the leadership group are the obvious guys, but then guys like JB, Seb have been in it in the past that aren't in it at the moment. Ryan Burns is probably one. He's been pretty impressive, like coming in. Obviously, he probably hasn't played as much as he would have liked, but he's pretty vocal amongst the young guys, and he's not afraid to speak up, which is good. Like it's really good to have a voice from all sort of age groups. You don't just want the same blokes talking all the time. I feel like we probably do that a bit. Like you hear a lot from Wilkes and Doug and Sealy, and I feel like Gears in the past has always been the one who's had to chat. So the more the young guys speak up, I think it's really good. And probably Ronnie Burns has been one who's done that a lot.
Thomas is asking, what's a random thing you have in your routines before games?
Random.
What is your
like-
routine
Well, you
before a
need-
game?
I'm pretty relaxed. I don't want to do too much. My only real routine now is I've got a dog. I have to take him out for exercise before the game. So that's about it. Like I don't really always eat the same things. Usually I'm waiting at the door for D-Mac and telling him to hurry up. So it puts me on edge. But besides that, pretty relaxed. I don't have too much. We always get takeaway the night before. But nothing else really. bit of gaming or something. Might watch the footy if there's a good game on. But yeah, we're pretty relaxed, and it changes a little bit week to week.
Yep. Speaking of that, we talked about it on our potty, I think last week or the week before, about Rui and how he was intense when he was playing. Is there anyone in the rooms like pre-game that's just like, don't talk to me, in their own head? Is there anyone like that?
No, not really. Yeah, I feel like across the board, like guys are pretty relaxed. Some guys are like probably quiet. They're probably more like in their own head, but yeah, I think like I don't know, footy's an interesting game, and there's so many players out there. I've never been one to like get too nervous. But yeah, even I don't know, guys like Jonesy, you might think like, oh, don't talk to him. He's always looking angry, but he's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's like pretty good at getting around, and yeah, I wouldn't say there's one person like that. Even like Rui was probably like intense in the way he went about it, but he still spent a lot of time like getting around people and making sure they knew what they were doing, and they were ready for the game.
Yeah, he wasn't completely antisocial or anything like that.
No, not at all.
And this one's from Kieran, very basic one. Favorite food, go-to food, pre-game and then post-game.
Your favourite takeaway joint?
Oh,
Or post-game?
shout it out.
The eyebrows.
Yeah, there's something there.
We get pasta from a little place around the corner. It's called Portofino.
Portofino.
So we get a pasta each, which is good there, and we share a garlic pizza. So that's done the job. The form's gone like this since we started going there, so we'll stick with it, me and D-Mac. And then post game, yeah, probably maybe KFC.
There you go.
I don't know. It depends. There's always food at the ground, and
Are they still doing
like
crust
pizza
pizzas?
yeah, pizza, the burgers. Mix it up a bit depending on where we're playing. But yeah,
Which away?
KFC's open and I'm driving past.
Okay, what's the KFC order?
Zinger box?
Sucked in. Yeah, usually just the zinger box.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Stock standard.
Yeah, do you switch anything out or do you keep it as
Nah,
is?
just keep as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Don't mess with the feng shui of the KFC.
No, I get jiggy with it. I want to get a little supercharged sauce in the burger, and maybe sometimes a bit of tomato in there just to keep it a bit fresh. But I don't like us there. Oh, a thigh piece. I always ask for the thigh piece.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll swap it out for a piece of chicken. I'll get rid of the wicked wings. Get the piece of chicken in. That's
I used to just get zinger fillets for a while there.
Oh,
yeah.
Get a few. Newsy told me you can just ask them for zinger fillets.
He let it slip.
But then you'd ask for them, they'd be like, I'll like ask the manager or something. I'm like, what? Is this a rare order? Apparently it was. But,
Did you ever give them the you know who I am?
No.
No. You can now.
I definitely didn't. Probably not.
Nah, I'm only joking.
That's it.
Yeah. What do you get from KFC? Chips.
No, I don't eat really.
You're a popcorn chicken man, I reckon.
I do go for the popcorn.
Yeah,
you got to go
Knew it.
You got to go the bread with the gravy and dip it in. But I was Macca's and I was weird with that because I'd get like chicken nuggets and then I'd just take the skin off the nuggets, eat the skin, and then throw the chicken out.
You strike me as that person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And a lot of people find that weird, but like
How
you
would you
take.
even get the skin off the nugs? Like,
some of
Actually, they're pretty loose.
Yeah. But then you like wrap that in the chip, like you make it like a wrap, and then you eat that.
Okay.
But that was
pretty good. Just a lot of
not
effort,
bad.
that's all.
That's what people say. They give me that look, and then they're like, "But actually, it would taste pretty good."
The maths works.
Yeah,
The maths
Yeah,
is
I was a bit
right.
worried, but then when you said chip, wrap it in the chip, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bougie.
that's Jake's junk mail. Well, Jack's junk mail there.
Jack's
So,
junk mail.
good way to end it.
Was that it? Was that everything?
Well, we've got other things to get through, so we can't
Oh, yeah.
Can't
From one to
go
another.
through too
One,
many.
one to another.
Yeah.
We've got...
Marshy's Mung Mail.
Yeah, the Docklands Dynasty. We're bringing
we got
that
that?
back.
We're bringing back the Docklands Dynasty. I'm going to have to put the sting in.
Yeah, we had a sting for when we first started the potty, and a segment was going to be, what was it? Like, there was just the Docklands Dynasty.
Yeah, that was
I
it.
think it
Yeah.
was
That was it.
Yeah.
stats or stuff. Wasn't it?
Stats. Oh,
Trivia.
yeah, like records.
Yeah.
Because we like breaking records
Yeah.
at St Kilda.
So do
Yeah.
we have to do a just a quick question? How often do you Google yourself?
Oh yeah.
Not much. I have
Not
before
much.
actually, but I don't really pay too much attention to what's going on, and I feel like probably early days, whatever was being said about me wasn't great. hopefully it's a bit different now. But
What about
Not from us. Not from us. I've been your boy since the potty started 2020, I reckon.
Yeah.
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 I'm on the record saying that you were due. You and Savage.
I did
the macho?
The macho
Yeah.
man.
I went on Wikipedia once and read my profile, and I was like, this is a bit off, but that was a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, I was trying to find something on Wikipedia that would make like a good story, but I think we got it in terms of the not going for St Kilda. Straight off the bat, it's the first thing it says on your Wikipedia.
It's like he's come out and I want to clear something up here.
You can edit it though. Like surely you can edit
Let's
it. Just
go.
hop
Yeah, I
don't think I
on
want
and
to
add
now.
your own
Let's go.
details.
All right, so yeah, we sort of continue on with the Jack's junk mail. We got some this is the Marshy's Minute, actually. The Docklands Dinner, Marshy's Minute. Who's been the biggest fanboy out of us three tonight, in your opinion?
60 seconds.
Definitely not Jake. He's been alright.
Is that
He's
sarcasm?
being
or is
cool
it-
over there,
I'm-
yeah.
I'm pretty laid back.
Probably Joycey. He's pretty excited,
Yes.
I reckon.
I'll cop that.
Love
Yeah,
it.
Joyce.
I'll take pride in it.
Do you wear your socks down because pulled up is considered daggy, or they won't go up past the calves?
I actually used to wear them up like religiously, and then in year 12, I saw a photo of me at school footy with my socks up, and I thought that looks so bad because by then my legs were pretty big and my upper body was like tiny, and I was like, I can't do this again.
I reckon you could. Like, it's balanced out now, I reckon.
I've done it training a few times for a laugh.
Oh, please.
Boys, yeah, find it pretty funny.
Oh, like for retro round, like next season.
I wear the short socks anyway now. Most of us do. They only go up to like there.
Oh, true.
Paddy, Rowan. I think Hilly wears long ones, maybe Longy.
So you get the
That's it.
choice between like short socks and long socks. Oh, that's all right.
There's the famous story of were you around when Armo was wearing the long socks and he had them taped up and they were playing in Alice Springs or Cairns or something like that, and he came off in the first quarter and he was cramping. I think that
'cause
was under
he-
Ross Lyon.
Yeah, that was Ross.
Yeah, that was
Because
under
he had
Rossi.
him up. Yeah.
Yeah, he had his socks up and he had the tape around it to
It's
keep
too
him
tight.
up, but it was too tight and he was
Yeah.
cramping in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross Lyon
Sounds
absolutely
like something
pulled a
Armo would do.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I used to tape them up, and then like it
Same,
was
yeah.
sort of like when ankle socks became cool. Like then everyone just wore them down. So you just
still
go with the
wear 'em
trends.
No.
I reckon. I think like Jack Billings should wear them up. Like,
Yeah, he would.
good.
Yeah, he'd wear them well.
Just like is it the body shape? I don't know, but like smooth mover. I reckon like it'd really suit him. And I
Yeah.
tell him all the time, but he's like, no.
All right.
100%, because it's a compact look. It's like the Nathan Burks, the Robert Harveys. So I'd love to see some long
There's
socks.
not many.
There's
Took Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Danger
that's
to
it.
keep him up.
Yeah, Danger.
Yeah,
Danger.
Danger definitely
Buckley
keeps him
did.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not
Buckley
many.
had the tuck in as well.
Yeah, the tuck in, and he did the Matt Rowell, didn't he? The rally.
Oh, yeah, Rowley. Yeah, is anyone at the club fond of tucking in the jumper?
Nah.
Nah.
I think so.
I reckon Sebastian's gone a bit of a tuck in every
Seb-
now and then.
Seb does occasionally at training.
Yeah.
No, there's not many. The jumpers are probably too short anyway.
Yeah.
This is a long minute, Marshy.
Yeah, they always are, baby.
It's like happy hour.
Yeah, that's it. Most interesting fan encounter. So,
It's got to be the Calves guy, isn't it? On the
Yeah, that was pretty rare. I don't think many players could relate a story like that.
yeah. Oh, fair. Yeah, fair enough. Favorite jumper you've played in, like in terms of like design.
That like Reimagine Moorabbin one, our first
Yeah,
year.
that was pretty cool.
That was cool. With like the stripes, the black back. There's some good stuff next year, but I can't,
Oh,
I can't
no.
disclose.
Oh,
That's
look
the big
out.
exciting.
150.
Oh,
You're
that's
about to lose it.
that's
That's
funny.
exciting. Yeah, I
Oh.
tried on some things and
Oh,
none
gee.
of the other boys know, so I can't disclose. But
It was selective.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
okay, yeah.
legit,
It's
my
Jackson there,
next
you guys.
question is 150th year coming up, and you're designing the jumper. What would it look like? So, have you had a part in designing, like
No, not really. I've been
consulted?
consulted in the process, you could say, but more just about like training gear and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I love I've been trying to change the socks for a while.
Yeah.
Like I love like the late '90s socks when it's like pretty much all black.
Oh yeah,
And then, like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
white, red, and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I was going to say, I've got a pair of them in my drawer, and I
Yeah.
saw them the other day when I was unpacking from juniors. Yeah, for
Yeah.
playing Auskick. That was
So-
sick.
Hopefully they bring those back. The jersey, I don't know. You probably just want to go something a bit more traditional. Maybe bring back like an old crest. Or,
That's
Yeah, we've been wanting that for a while.
that's the business.
Yeah.
we do.
Beautiful. Who would you? Which player would be Saints TV's top fan out of the group?
Probably Higo.
Here you go. Oh,
I
good
reckon.
man.
Yeah.
Good man. He'd be enjoying
He'd
that.
probably be jealous he hasn't been on here yet. I reckon.
Oh, wow. There we
I'd
go.
love to get
All right.
snagged
No,
on.
you go next.
He was
won't be able to
was
get
he
away with
the
it,
3 times 10 out of 10s this year?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Top rated player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite Saints AFLW player?
Ooh. Well, I mentor Alice Burke, so I've
Mm-hmm.
been enjoying watching her. She's improved a fair bit and become a pretty handy player down the back line there.
Is that a high pressure job, seeing as her dad is Nathan?
Not at all. I think it's the opposite.
Oh, really?
I don't really do much.
Does it all, yeah.
knows already, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, like I'm not there to tell her how to play footy. I'm just kind of there to. If she wants to chat or ask questions, things like that. Like it's pretty different for them. They all work and she's studying and obviously trying to play footy as well. Just love her. I love Liv Vesely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's class.
Dare Sainer of the round this weekend, actually, from yesterday's game.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
brilliant.
been good. It's been good to watch. I enjoy watching. It's like kind of fun just to be like a fan again.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Because like if I'm not playing and I'm watching the boys, it's like it's hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stressful.
But yeah, it's cool. Cool to watch the girls again.
Awesome. Who loves getting freebies like merch and that the most at the club? Like when they bring the boxes around, who's at the front of the class?
Mason Wood, I reckon, tries a bit. He gave all the boys like a few pairs of underwear this year,
Oh yeah.
so that was impressive.
What is he? Is he got his own line of jocks?
No, he doesn't, but he's obviously got some contacts. He's got the gift of the
It's
gab.
the last
so
name.
Yeah, he's got the gift of the gab. So he's schmoozed up someone.
Oh, love it. If you could pull any player out of retirement, like Saints player, to come into our current lineup, who would it be?
Ooh.
And they're coming back at like
Peak.
27, 28, yeah, peak.
Peak form, yeah.
Probably halves.
Yeah.
You could play with him, I reckon.
Would you give up the 35?
Yeah, I was going to say the number's going to
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, I would.
Love it. Last one from me. If you were given like a magic Powerade that could instantly improve like one area of the overall group to 100% capacity, what would the flavour be? Like overnight, instantly, you just, all right, bang, we're awesome in this area.
Probably never miss a shot at goal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
kick it through every time of a shot would be pretty good.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
that's not me having a stab
No.
forwards or anything. I just
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we get
goals.
enough shots. I think if we
100%.
kicked every one, we'd win every game by 10 goals.
Beautiful.
Ah, genius,
Well,
yeah.
Nice one. Love
Yeah.
it. That was my minute.
That was a very good minute.
That was our minute.
Yeah.
Or Docklands Dynasty.
There was a minute for each of us.
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
bringing back Docklands Dynasty. I'm done with the Marshies minute. I want Docklands Dynasty.
You want it back. You want it back.
because I got the sting for it.
Yeah, true. I
Yeah.
got to make you a sting for Marshy's minute. I've been
hearing about
lazy.
this like 2 years, things.
Yeah,
He's been busy. He's been busy. He's doing his
I'm a
gigs.
busy man, but I'm also a lazy man when I'm not busy. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's no winning. But yeah, I was going to say, have you got any stats up?
I do. I'm curious, Sinks. We spoke to Farron Ray a couple of years ago, and I asked him just out of curiosity
A
about
keen
like
Googler.
keen Googler,
Keen Googler.
about himself and like most disposals.
He
like
nailed his.
Like how good is your memory with like your own stats? Like if I asked you most disposals, would you know how many in the game?
That I've had? Yeah, well, most of them are this year, so I think I think it'd be all right, yeah.
There's a few here that are from actually a fair way back. Here's an interesting one.
Okay.
Most contested marks in a game. How many you reckon?
I only get a few a year, so it can't be more than... I would have said one, but maybe two.
2 is the max. Do you know when?
I don't, maybe... There was a game against Richmond, maybe I took a couple... Oh,
It was in 2015.
2015.
Yeah, this is early days.
Jeez, I wouldn't have said that.
Is this the doggies game?
Small
Nah.
forward, me in the pocket. Taking
Round
contested
8.
juice.
What round was the doggies game? So
The
was that
Cunts.
6? That was around 6, wasn't it? Round 8 against West Coast, apparently. 2 contested marks.
There you go. Against West Coast too. Big
And you've
boys.
never
in
done 2
2015.
again. It was 2 and then it was just a bunch of 1. So 2 is
Wow.
just that game. Never since.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember any of them. Yeah, might have kicked a couple that day, but
Most bounces?
That's a good one.
Bounces.
Farron Ray nailed this straight away, weirdly. He got I think it was 11 when he played for the Bulldogs. Like, he had a big game.
Oh no!
We're getting the wrap up.
From ourselves, yeah.
It's like the Logies.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, we're going to get through
Apologies.
this. Most bounces. This is recent.
I don't know, like 5 maybe.
4.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
What, this year maybe?
Year before.
Year before, last year. Probably just rolling out from a kick in, taking a few.
It was last game of the year against Freo when Sharman kicked 4.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Where was that? That was in
That was in Hobart.
Hobart, yeah.
Yeah, okay. A few. Yeah.
And team that you've beaten the most.
I thought you were going to ask the opposite. I was thinking, oof.
Nah, I wouldn't go there. Nah.
Who's beaten the most? North?
Nah.
Not North.
Took me a while to get it.
Yeah, I thought you nailed
Gold
it.
Coast?
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't think
Oh.
You've never
Never
lost
to
against
Gold
them.
Coast.
8 wins, no
A
losses.
few close ones there.
Oh.
There's probably 5 there under a goal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first ever win against the Gold Coast.
What was your most exhilarating game to
Yeah.
be in? The one that you look back and go, "Jeez, like
Oh, that one against the Doggies, comeback.
that
Oh, I
is-
was going to say that was
That was
huge.
special. Well, the
Yeah.
final against them as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy that as much because it was just so close and like
yeah."
so many emotions.
Okay,
So
then
I
what
was
do
just
you
like
enjoy?
relieved when we won it. I
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah.
super excited that we won a final. I was like, oh my god.
And then you see Paddy and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a weird one.
How about you? Like the most excited you've been after a win?
A few this year, like Geelong. That was a good win.
Yeah.
I had my mate's engagement party that night, so I was. Yeah, finished that game. He's
Happy
a Saints
days. Coming in
fan.
hot.
He's a Saints fan. Like our president was there. They're like family friends, so I knew I was coming in to see quite a few Saints people.
Yeah.
Like all my mates, and that was
Oh,
cool. That was
brilliant.
cool to rock up. Good
Yeah.
win.
After a good KFC feed, straight.
No,
singing box straight off the bat.
Straight from the game.
Oh,
Straight
there we go.
Yep.
No time for a feed. None.
Yeah. No, there's been a few good ones. Yeah, even like my first win against Gold Coast, that was pretty cool. And keep my first goal. Like loans as well. Yeah, first win for both of us. So there's a few.
Were you playing in the one where we had to come back as well and Gresh kicked that beauty from the
boundary? Yeah.
We travelled up for that one.
Yeah.
That's my favourite interstate game. I
Yeah,
reckon.
I think that
Yeah?
one as well was probably almost more like relief.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, probably saved the coach.
Yeah, true.
His job there for a bit.
Yeah.
I think the World Cup was on that night, and then we went and watched Australia Netherlands maybe in Timmy Cahill.
Oh,
scored that
Cahill's volley, yeah.
Oh, what a ripper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, ripping game. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. It's been an absolute pleasure. This has
Yeah.
been awesome.
Yeah.
Great experience. Great to have you in. Thanks for being so open and honest. And yeah, hopefully we'll next time we'll get Higo on. Seeing as
Yeah, if he's that keen, we'll get him on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly
Might get a
right.
word in.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
We're in
always.
good company then.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm glad we could give you the trophy in person, and yeah, all the best for your off season. You're heading off to Europe.
Yeah, 5 weeks in Europe. A few of the boys, mostly me and D-Mac, but yeah, a few other lads over there too. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely, nice one. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thanks again from everyone at Saints TV, and I'm sure all the fans will love hearing what you had to say, and we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah, good luck for tomorrow as well.
Thank you. Hopefully they still love me even though I didn't go for the Saints when I was younger.
Oh, yeah, I won't put that in the post.
Bombshell. Love it.
Absolutely. Well, make sure you tune in next week to Saints TV, and we will see you next Monday.
Yep.
Take care.
Go Saints.
Feeling soldiers of family. Oh yeah. Saints food, Saints food, Saints food, Saints food, Saints food, Saints food.